Hello and welcome to our dating coaching video. Today we've got a really important topic and it's called Ditch Your List. And I'm thrilled that Sam is joining me today. And Sam, you've told me, but I would like to hear it again. I think you have a pretty clear idea in your head, don't you, of the exact type of person you would like to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes, I do have a very clear understanding.
Great. So this is pretty typical for most of us. Most of us have a really clear idea. I know I absolutely had a clear idea of the sort of person that I wanted to meet. And those criteria probably include their sort of height, type of personality, sort of job they're going to do, marital status, what country they come from, what denomination, maybe if they have a faith, what faith they have. You've got a pretty clear idea of all of those things. And I want to say to you that that's all right in your teens, but not when you're in your 20s, 30s and older. Because the reality is, although you think you know what you're looking for and you think you're absolutely right in your criteria, most of us are completely wrong. But more important than that is that when you have a very, very specific criteria like that, Sam, you narrow the pool of people that you could date. So perhaps you go to a party and in your head you only want to meet somebody who's never been married before. And you meet people who are widowed, people who are divorced, and immediately you go, no, not even going to bother spending the time with them because they're not going to fit my criteria and therefore I'm not going to date them. So that is the first really big no-no. And I bet, Sam, you feel that the pool of people that you could date is actually quite small. Is that right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we hear that loads, that there just aren't enough eligible people out there. And one of the problems is because everyone's got this very defined list of who they want to date. But actually, when you ditch your list and you open yourself up to anybody that you could go out with, then you suddenly find the pool of people to date is much wider. Now, a lot of people think when I'm teaching them this that I intend them to walk up the aisle with somebody they don't want at all. So Sam, you've told me that you want to meet a lovely single lady who's Caucasian and maybe who's into sport like you are. Now, I'm not for the minute saying that I'm going to get you walking up the aisle with somebody who's a couch potato, who comes from a foreign country and who's been divorced. No, I'm not saying that at all. I want you to walk up the aisle with somebody that you're absolutely perfect for, who you love and who loves you. But the problem is you don't know that at this point, and you've got to put all your preconceptions aside. So bear in mind what I've said. I really want you to be happy and walk up the aisle with that perfect person, but I want you to keep your criteria open. Now, you see, for me, I'm just giving you my personal example. I wanted to meet someone who was single, who was sporty, who'd never been married before, who shared my Christian faith, and was going to, fit all those criteria. And I was very narrow in my views, and I met lots of guys who, looking back, would have been perfect, but they didn't fit that criteria. And as I got older and older in life, it became harder and harder to meet someone. I was very lucky because the man I did marry, he persuaded me to go out with him and to get to know him. And we have the most amazing marriage now. But he's everything that I thought I didn't want. So he's not very sporty. He had turned out to be married before. He had children, some things I didn't want. But actually, he was really perfect for me. And I walked up the aisle incredibly happy, and we've got a great marriage now. So really, really important. I hope I've got that point across to you. It's really important to ditch your list. And if you're still not convinced because you think, no, I'm different, and a lot of people will think this, and you probably think it's the same, no, I'm different, I know what I want, or I've been there before, I'm going to challenge you. Talk to your married friends and ask them whether they met and married their perfect person who were absolutely fitted their criteria. And I can bet you that each of them will say, well, no, didn't quite fit the list. And you'll be amazed at how many people have great marriages but who didn't fit that perfect list. So if you want to be successful in dating, Sam, ditch your list, be open to all sorts of people that you could meet, and I think you'll be amazed at how many more people there are out there to date, and your dating career is going to go from success to success.
Thank you.